Star Wars 7x7 episode 2921. I'm continuing a series of interviews from Star Wars Celebration Anaheim, and in particular, authors of the upcoming reference book Star Wars Timelines. Today, we're talking with Clayton Sandell. Punch it! Hey Rebel Rouser, I'm Alan Voivod and this is Star Wars 7x7, your daily dose of Star Wars joy, and thank you so much for joining me for it. So before we get to the interview, I am going to share another review from Apple Podcasts from a listener who put one there, and just it's so awesome. We've been doing this in the run-up to 3,000 episodes, the countdown to 3,000 episodes. This one comes from Jax Daisy, and it's entitled My Weekly Dose of Star Wars. Weekly's fun because, yeah, just because I put this out on a daily basis doesn't mean you have to listen to it daily. You can binge it anyway. So this is what Jax Daisy says. This is by far my favorite podcast, not just for Star Wars, but among all the ones I listen to. I typically binge once a week, and it's worth it. On long trips, I will go back to past episodes and listen with my family. My son and daughter love to get caught up on the latest Star Wars news. By far, Alan provides the best news updates, analysis, entertainment, and behind-the-scenes information. Disney should sponsor or hire Alan full-time. Love this podcast. Wow. Jax, thank you so much for that. It's so awesome. I really appreciate it. And I also appreciate the Disney shout out there. So Disney/Lucasfilm, folks, if you're listening, there's one recommendation for you. And if you've been listening and haven't left a review yet over on Apple Podcasts, even if you're not listening on Apple Podcasts, you can still leave a review over there, and it will help many more people find this daily dose of Star Wars joy and add it to their daily routine, their morning routine, their weekly routine, as the case may be. So Jax, again, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. All right, so let's get to the interview with Clayton Sandell. Clayton's also been on the podcast once before. I got to do the one question interview with him at Chicago in 2019, and now he is part of the Star Wars publishing family. His involvement in Star Wars Timelines is his first Star Wars reference book contribution, and just book contribution in general. I talked a little bit about Star Wars Timelines yesterday. Here's another little snippet about it. It says you can track crucial conflicts across the years that affect the galaxy in profound ways, follow the Skywalker lightsaber as it passes through the generations, and witness the evolution of the iconic TIE Fighter across different eras. Trace the movement of the Death Star plans over the years and uncover multiple branching timelines that break down important battles. It's supposed to be nearly 400 pages long, and the interior spreads they showed at Celebration Anaheim look amazing. And if it's anything like the poster that they gave out, oh man, it is probably my most hotly anticipated reference book, non-fiction situation of the year. So yeah, that's the deal with Star Wars Timelines, and Clayton Sandell is one of the 5 authors, and he's the one answering the one question interview from Star Wars Celebration Anaheim on today's episode. So before we get to that, I will just finish up my part of it and say thank you so much for joining me for this episode as always, and may the Force be with you wherever in the world you may be. And now, without further ado, here is my one question interview with Clayton Sandell. Hi, what's your name and your Star Wars claim to fame?
I'm Clayton Sandell. I'm 1/5 of the author team on Star Wars Timelines, and also occasionally talk about Star Wars on television.
Which looks epic, by the way. Star Wars Timelines is looking amazing. So what would you say is the biggest life lesson or a bit of wisdom you carried with you from Star Wars?
I think what spoke to me about Star Wars is that it takes place in this giant, it's literally a galaxy, and yet the stories speak to us all individually, and it's about family, and it's about coming to help your friends, and all of those lessons that we get from strange creatures and aliens and ships and locations. It all relates on a very personal level. When you look around Celebration here, every single, there's thousands, tens of thousands of people here, but each one of them have some personal story, some personal connection to Star Wars, because I think it speaks to us individually so clearly for 40 plus 45, almost 50 years.
I love the answer. Thank you so much. And where can people follow along with you on your Star Wars journey?
Best to find me on Twitter. It's @Clayton_Sandell.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
7x7 is not endorsed or sponsored yet by Lucasfilm Limited, Disney, or 20th Century Fox, and is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Star Wars, the Star Wars logo, all names and pictures of Star Wars characters, vehicles, and any other Star Wars related items are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of Lucasfilm Limited, or their respective trademark and copyright holders. May the force be with them. All original content is copyright 2021 by Star Wars 7x7. We hope you love it.